York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Great time for hip-hop right now. We're going to take your calls. We've been playing Nas records all morning. Did you hear them, and what do you feel about it? Furthermore, 800-239-797 here, Ebro in the morning. No Laura Styles Rosenberg, though. Shawnee's in Africa. Cast One putting the 97 minutes commercial free together. Furthermore, are you staying away from the Nas album because Kanye's involved? Now, people are all over my social media. I'm super excited about the Nas album. People saying, I thought you was boycotting Kanye. I never said I was boycotting Kanye. I think Kanye was out here cooning for cash. He was out here trolling, like I said. And I didn't believe his album was great at all. I didn't like it at all. I haven't gone back to it at all. I think the Scoopity Poop is harder than anything on his whole album.
Scoopity whoop poop poop.
Scoop, scoop. But we'll take your calls. Rosenberg, you feel like Nas potentially caught a bit of a, I guess, flesh wound, let's call it, by putting this album out with Kanye right now.
Well, yeah, I can only speak about how I feel personally, which is I like these songs. I would be slightly more excited if it was disassociated from the whole Kanye movement right now. Again, that's not protesting. I'm not hating Kanye forever. I'm not throwing him away. But in this moment still, because I have memory that's longer than an ant, I would rather Nas have maybe pushed this back and dropped it on his own and not been a part of this whole thing. But that said, it's Nas, so I'm still going to enjoy the music.
Now,
I'm just not as excited as I would have
been. Nas has he ever shown support for any political movement or political party or anything like that?
No. But this doesn't have anything to do with that.
On this album, he has a lyric that says something like, shoot the ballot box, they're all liars or something.
But again, that has so little to do with this. I mean, I was speaking to someone yesterday. I mean, the slavery line is really what had people the most upset. I mean, for me, it was a tie between that and the hat and the Candace Owens support. All of it to me was just trash. So to me, it's less about politics, Ebro, and more about playing with people's feelings.
Playing with things. But now, I guess the reason I asked that question is because I think what I'm hearing in this Nas album and what I've heard in other Nas albums is somebody who isn't concerned with politics or anything that has to do with the way we've been programmed by Western society. And the reason I bring that up now is because I know Nas is moving in circles with billionaires and millionaires as he put in track 5 to go buy land and do things just like he was doing in Belly to go back to Africa, right? And I think that's really important to him. And the reason I say that is because I don't think he's concerned with the shenanigans and the trolling and those things. I think he wants to put out a great album, and he feels like Kanye's a great producer. And that's all he cared about.
Yeah, I mean, from what I heard, he just wasn't, like, super affected by it. He was like, nah, man, it's Kanye. It's classic. We're going to make an amazing album. He just wasn't overly concerned with it. I mean, you could look at it two ways, Ebro. You could look at it the way you said it. You know, I think there are times, Nas to me is among the greatest who's ever done it. He's absolutely top 10, likely top 5. He's maybe top 3. He's one of the greatest of all time. I would say he doesn't delve into the same socio-political space that Hove does, for example. He's different. That's just not, while he talks about ideas, he doesn't dive in that way. That's just not who he's really ever been.
He's a storyteller. He's into Pan-Africanism. He has a global view, and he's trying to figure out how to advance from that perspective.
Well, we have some people. You want to talk to some people?
Yeah, let's go. 800-223-9797.
Let's go to line 1.
Do you like what you're hearing from Nas, and are you staying away from the Nas album because Kanye's involved?
Mojo from BK. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, what's going on, first? I want to say good morning to y'all guys. It's every day.
Morning, man.
Out to Rosen Bars. My man, Rosen Bars.
Rosen Bars.
I got these bars.
Rosen Bars. Ebro,
Mojo, how do you feel about Nas and what you're hearing so far?
Nas is back, man. Nas is back. Like, it's that good old New York Nas album, man. I'm not worried about the production. The production is cool. As Kanye, as a producer and music-wise, great. Political-wise, you can leave that to the left.
You know what? That's probably a very, very healthy way to handle it, Mojo. You know what I'm saying? I support that. Let's go to let's go to Greg from Queens on line 2.
What's going on, y'all? Good morning, man. Big homie Ebro. What's going on, man?
What's up, Greg? Greg, you was on the Sprinter last night going to hang out with Nas in Queens?
Listen, I wish I was, man. I was working. I definitely would have chilled outside listening to the whole album. I think what he's doing right now is good, man. Like, that album is like, I wouldn't say he's back because he ain't never go nowhere. It's just, he's just doing what he's always doing, spitting real facts, opening up people's eyes about everything, as always.
Does the Kanye involvement bother you at all?
Not at all. I only problem I have with Kanye is, like you said, like the whole trolling thing and stuff like that. Other than that, he's a great producer. I felt like in one of the tracks, he was actually coming back to his old school flows. I always listen to Kanye. I stopped listening to Kanye actually after 808 Heartbreak. I felt like he changed after that, but
it's funny you say that because I actually, Ebro, the one flaw on I didn't need Kanye's verse on Cops. If I'm being honest with you. And that's not even just hating on Kanye because I'm not into him right now. I just feel like that song didn't need Kanye's voice. It's bars. To me, it was good enough with Nas. That said, I'm not mad at it. The song's incredible. You want to talk to a lady?
There's a verse that Kanye has on the Kid Cudi album.
You've been talking about this.
It's called the cut is called Cudi Montage. Where Kanye delves into some things. It's like the last track on the Cudi Kid See Ghost collaboration with Kanye, which most people, I don't think, in the hip-hop blogosphere and people who are, talking about hip-hop are really going hard at that Kid Cudi album because there are some things that, Cudi is more of an alternative act. But nah, it's worth a listen if you're interested. Some people, when it comes to Kanye thing, they are checked out. You play too much, bro. You play too much. We're tired of it. We're done.
Ebro, you mentioned that. Let's go to line 5. We got Ray in the Bronx. Ray, you're not messing with this because of Kanye?
I'm certainly not. And, of course, I know you guys don't necessarily have the liberty to do so. You're going to have to discuss this on a daily basis. But I can't get over the fact of Kanye and what he's done and anyone who would associate with him after that or after what he's done. And, of course, I took it personally. I don't see why I wouldn't take it personally. And I refuse to listen to anything that he's done, that he's doing, anything that he's involved in. I no longer want to be involved in, and I feel like that's the way that people should be addressing this, but it isn't the way. Obviously, the talent outweighs the moral in this standpoint.
Yeah, I think it's one of those nuanced things that we talk about on the show, right? Like the nuance of like, all right, are we in a space because we disagree with someone? It's not like he's a pedophile. It's not like he's hurt anyone or done anything to harm anyone, but he has harmed people's feelings. And he's harmed...
Ebro, that's true, Ebro, and I'm sorry to interject to cut you, but
that's
ahead. True, but he has done something. He has done, and because it isn't like a physical gash, we can't always point to it and say, well, there it is what he's done, but he's done something, and he's crossed the line, and I feel like the same way, I no longer get coffee from Starbucks. I used to all the time. I don't. They've apologized. They've implemented these strategies, but I could care less. I'm just not going to drink there. And it isn't necessarily because anybody in the higher up in Starbucks did anything. Those were employees, and I understand that. And I'm still not going to drink there. I'm still not going to listen to Cudi's work, and I'm not listening to any of the work that Kanye drops either. It's just counterintuitive.
Yo, shout to this guy right here going hard, man.
Listen,
so did you hear any of the songs we played on the radio this morning?
I haven't because I just tuned in. I just got to work and I turned the radio on and I haven't heard it. So in that way, I will listen to it because I'm going to listen to you guys. And if you spin it, I'm not going to change the station.
Yo, you got to listen to this cop. Let's listen to this Cops record right now. Play that joint,
man.
Got
you, brother. Got you.
Yo, listen, man. Yo, I appreciate you holding the line, but
they arrest me, especially at night.
If you turn into Ebro in the morning, we gotta get to this Nas, bro. We gotta get to it. It's Nas from Queens. It's Nas, and he talking that talk.